I swear, every International Women's Day, there are people who go, "Where's International Men's Day, huh?" November 19th. There you go. Organize your own events if you want it to be more of a thing. Don't expect women to do it for you, because I can guarantee that it is not men who are the main organizers of Women's Day events. But do you know which women actually started International Women's Day? It was female socialists. The precursor was a National Women's Day proposed in the US in 1909 by Teresa Malkiel, a Jewish refugee and sweatshop worker who became a leader of the Women's National Committee of the Socialist Party of America. Inspired by this, Louisa Zitz and Clara Zetkin, prominent leaders of the German socialist movement, then proposed an International Women's Day in 1910 at the International Conference of Working Women in Copenhagen. It was always supposed to be the International Working Women's Day until, corporations co-opted it, until now it's just another excuse to push products, and hardly anyone remembers its radical origins. I feel like this really mirrors how the role of women in revolutions always get downplayed and erased. It was in fact a Women's Day rally done against the will of the Bolsheviks that snowballed into the February Revolution that toppled the Tsar. But if you ask any random normie who started the Russian Revolution, you're gonna hear Lenin, right? No, it was a bunch of women. Oftentimes, working class women are the backbone of these revolutions. Nothing radicalizes people faster than standing in line for hours with other women who are seriously wondering if they're gonna get enough food to feed their families. During the French Revolution, it was an angry mob of women like this who marched on Versailles and forced Louis and his family out of the palace. It was working women who were Robespierre's fiercest supporters who propped him up to popularity by cheering for him during political debates and shouting down his opponents. But he didn't really push any women-specific issues in return, which I do think he deserves to be criticized for, because believe it or not, I do have criticisms of Robespierre. And the Chinese Revolution was also like, yeah, we're gonna make things better for women as well. Women hold up half the sky. But then when resources get stretched thin, one of the first things to get deprioritized is women-specific issues. Every revolution, every radical movement, it's, oh yeah, let's go menace those in power. And then afterward, it's, there were women there? You have specific wants and needs? I don't remember seeing you there. You weren't there. No, it was Lenin, it was Robespierre. This tension between we need to stick together as the working class, and we really need to talk about how women's contributions keep getting taken for granted, and how they're still expected to do a disproportionate amount of unpaid organizational or emotional labor, is something I get into in Heavenly Tyrant, but it's really not easy to strike the balance. Because too much division and you're gonna lose the whole fight, but silencing and erasing women is not really the thing to do either. So respect working class women. Remember their contributions to progress. What can I say?